Yo, what is going on, everyone in the XRP community? Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic day today as usual. And guys, as usual, I do have some very good information for all you XRP enthusiasts out there today. So, usually, again, on weekends, I don't know, it's like, Monday to Friday, it's pretty clear what the channel is about, how the XRP daily is doing and stuff. But it's like weekends, it's really just, if there is things to talk about, yeah, video, but if it's just sort of the whole day, like it's not worth, making a video babbling about nothing, right? So, however, this Sunday, today, we actually have a pretty important milestone on the XRP Bitso Liquidity Index. And if you guys don't know, Bitso is one of the ODL-enabled exchanges that will be servicing liquidity to financial institutions that are customers of Ripple. And again, Ripple does own, I believe one of their recent acquisitions was, I don't know if they bought part of Bitso or they completely just acquired the Bitso exchange, but Ripple did now invest into the Bitso exchange, and they are, again, an ODL-enabled exchange. And on-demand liquidity, by the way, I'm actually seeing a decent amount of people who keep saying, well, what's ODL, what's ODL? XRapid was renamed to on-demand liquidity. It was rebranded, and now on the Ripple website you can only see on-demand liquidity as their, one of the RippleNet products. They're not really going with the whole Xcurrent, XVIA, XRapid gig. I think it's just because it's it sparks the whole debate of, oh, it's just Xcurrent, oh wait, it's XRapid, that kind of thing. So that's why I kind of believe they did the sort of rebranding to kind of just keep it as, hey, you know what, on-demand liquidity, that's what you get with the RippleNet. So kind of putting XRP at the forefront of RippleNet usage. So now, in the future, we can have it, RippleNet XRP, essentially we want to have it in the future where if you're on RippleNet, you're using XRP. There's no question about that, right? So let's go ahead and get into it. XRP not doing too bad. I feel like we are kind of still in the midst of a 30-cent battle. In the grand scheme of things, like if you zoom out here on the 4-hour, it does seem pretty clear that we are at that kind of 30-cent battle area. But we're not completely done trying yet. XRP loves to cling to 29 cents during these 30-cent battles. Guys, I've been in this community for, I think, over 2 years now, and I have seen I've seen a lot of 30-cent battles back in my day. And funny enough, the previous really major 30-cent battle was also known as pre-2017 bull run. That was probably one of those craziest 30-cent battles I have seen, where it just had a lot of trouble getting past it. And then once it broke, it just took off and went to, the almighty all-time high of $3.30. So we're still kind of in the midst of a 30-cent battle here. Let's just see what goes on for the next couple of days, this next week, upcoming to Swell. I definitely think the pressure is there, and the pressure is building for us to eventually break 30 cents, make some new moves to the upside. So, but the main thing I want to talk to you guys about today is the Bitso Liquidity Index. So let's go ahead and go over to it. And again, big thank you to Jana One Trick for providing the link to this thing, because I'll always lose it. And she always ends up dropping the link in chat or Twitter or whatever. And yeah, that's how I'm able to find this thing. So here's the deal. The Mexican Bitso Liquidity Index officially hit a high of 3 million XRP. Oh, that's not what we like to see there. Okay, there we go. And it actually looks like it may have just crossed the 3 million milestone. Oh, looks like just... Wow, anyways, so this liquidity index hit a new all-time high of 3 million XRP, and I'm not 100% sure how the dates go at the bottom, but my best guess, which I think has a pretty decent chance of being correct, is that each bar that you actually see here represents 4 days of time, because they're separated in 4-day increments. So it seems like since October 19th, which we just started yesterday, it seems like since then we have built up to $3 million worth, or no, 3 million XRP actually being traded on Bitso. And what you can see here is that, shocker, around this area right here, that's when they said, hey, MoneyGram's going live on XRP. We're, moving forward with this in a very large way in Q4. So that was basically the beginning of Q4, or the beginning of Q3, I should say. Or really just the beginning of MoneyGram leveraging the digital asset XRP for liquidity, right? And I did the math, and From down here, which is about 250,000 XRP every 4 days of trading, in a 3-month span, ends up going to over 3 million XRP traded. You know, and this is just only about 2 days so far, or a day and a half so far, right? Now, from here to here is a 12x increase in 3 months. So the liquidity on Bitso, again, because growing liquidity, it's not some overnight thing, but it's a process, but it's doable. From MoneyGram going live using XRP to now, it's had a 12x increase in just 3 months. That's damn near 1/4 XRP 12x its liquidity on the on-demand liquidity enabled Bitso. So that means, okay, you got 250,000, right? Doing some math on my calculator right now. Times 12, that is to 3 million. So let's just say it was to keep up at the current rate and go 3x again in the next 3 months. Or no, go 12x again in the next 3 months. That would actually be 36 million XRP traded per every 4 days at this current price level. So guys, in just 3 months, the liquidity on the ODL-enabled Bitso has gone 12x in just 3 months. They can carry the same pace for the next 3 months, and the 3 months following that, you're looking at like hundreds of millions of XRP moving through this Bitso exchange. So guys, I wanted to make that announcement. It's just, it has hit a new all-time high, and it seems like it's going to break through that actually, since it's only a day and a half through of its total 4-day time increment on this specific, I almost want to say candle, but this specific line right here. I mean, this has a chance to really start going parabolic now. But again, might not seem like that much when you say, oh, just 3 million XRP. But what's really significant, what's important to look at is the growth compared to right when ODL really got started. So clearly the liquidity is being scaled. 12x in 3 months. And by the way, if you guys do want to see the latest ODL transactions, I know I did make an announcement video about this, but I haven't really explained much. I do know I'm getting a fair amount of dislikes on the 24/7 ODL stream. I think there's like a couple of good reasons for that. But one of them is that I don't think everyone really understands what's being shown, and I kind of feel in a way that we got too much information being shown. So what I'm going to be trying to do on the back end here of the project is try to get this thing where there's a lot less information and it's just straight to the point. ODL, latest XRP price, plus the counter. So it's just straight to the point. That's the ODL over the last, couple of hours and the total for that day. That's what it's eventually going to get into. So what it is right now, this is only had it live for 22 hours. And what this is again is 24/7 nonstop latest on-demand liquidity transactions. However, the only problem is there's a lot of things being shown that I think you guys might understand, but I am going to have this changed here, and I probably imagine by either today or tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of things removed because it is showing a little too much, and it's kind of making it hard for people to see the ODL. But while this is going to be the case for the stream for the next, 12, 15, 24 hours or so before the next update, which is going to be removing, a lot of this information, but as it stands right now, let me just explain real quick because a lot of people aren't really understanding. And that is, so it's first off, new transaction detected from Bitstamp to Bitso. This is the time that the transaction took place. This is the current market price at the time of finding this transaction. This is the source address of where the XRP started. This is where it ended. This is the ledger index number, the transaction hash right here, which just identifies the transaction. That's whole line. And then the total being transferred is 40,000 XRP here with the USD value of 11,500. However, I'm going to have this moved to the top so it's more straight to the point, a little more streamlined. And then it says, destination tag, believe the process ODL transactions. However, the software didn't find a likely buy order, but found a potential sell order on Bitso. And then it says, hey, this is very likely an on-demand liquidity transaction. Then here we have a counter, which I believe is the total amount of XRP traded, or the total amount of ODL XRP transactions for this day. Or I believe it runs on the last 24 hours. Like for example, if we go to what it is right now, it'll actually show that we've had 530,000 US dollars worth of ODL transactions just today. Again, it might not seem like that much, but the important thing is it's being scaled over time. So if you guys do want to kind of see this stream on the channel, and yeah, by the way, this will always be running. This will actually not stop. So all you have to do is just come to the Alex Cobb channel here, and this will be showing 24/7. So you can get a window, latest ODL transactions, and see it in real time. Lately, it's just been 40,000 XRP batches of XRP that's being sent through this ODL of what we're tracking. And I know like a month ago, it was kind of a big deal that, you know, we were seeing all like 7,500 XRP being batched. Now it's 40,000 XRP. I wonder if the next 2 weeks starts getting batched at more like 60 to 80 to 100,000 XRP at a time. Because again, it doesn't sound like that much right now, but the rate at which the liquidity is scaling, like that percentage growth rate, is actually what is really important. That's what the live stream allows you to do. You know, you're not supposed to, you know, watch it 24/7 all day. You guys can check in every, you know, every couple hours or so and kind of get an update on the just the micro kind of within the day scheme of what's going on with ODL. And that's what this live stream allows you to do. And that's kind of a quick explanation and brief of what that really means, everything you guys are seeing on the screen. So guys, liquidity is clearly growing. Liquidity is reaching all-time highs. We got Swell coming up here, and I believe 18, 19 days. The charts of XRP really aren't looking that bad. Guys, we are looking to have a potentially a nice Christmas again, which we haven't seen for 2 years. Hopefully we do get that again. That would be pretty amazing. And again, really pumped for Swell. I have a feeling at the event they are going to announce something revolving around ODL, XRP utility, stuff like that. Because guys, again, I don't know if you guys saw the update, but MoneyGram CEO Alex Holmes going to be speaking at Swell. I mean, come on. That is the guy that's single-handedly driving up the Bitso liquidity index right now. I mean, they got to say something, got to announce something about progress, change of plans of where they're going in the future, like, you know, good plans. I mean, guys, they got to say something about ODL. I mean, Ripple has not said anything about on-demand liquidity since the rebranding. I think the first time that will be done is at Swell. Pretty pumped for that event. Less than 3 weeks away. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning the video today. Really do appreciate it. Make sure you smash the likes and subscribe. Check the links in the description. You can support the channel. Hit the post notification so you never miss a video or stream. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.